Hey there YouTube, Corn Cob Piper coming at you. Monday afternoon, smoking for the first time, my very first ever meerschaum pipe that I've owned that does not have the word Missouri in front of it. It's got a very, very small bowl on it, but I'm going to dedicate this one to flakes, as I feel like that small bowl size will smoke a flake good. However, for the first smoke, the break-in smoke of this, I am smoking some LJ Peretti blend number 52 in it. And I'm digging the smoke on this pipe quite a bit. It's got an awesome draw on it. So for today's video, this is going to be a VR to Tennessee Bowls. He's doing a 200 sub giveaway, although he's well surpassed 200 subs since he started the giveaway. I think he's closer to 300 now. As always, I'm going to go ahead and post the link down to his channel below. If you haven't already subbed him, make sure to head on over there and do so. Also, congratulate him on gaining the subs. He's got some awesome videos. He's a good old boy from the South. Tells some great stories in his videos. Very, very funny guy. Always good for, at least one or two chuckles each time I watch his videos. And I definitely, enjoy your videos, Bull. I look forward to when they come out. And definitely looking forward to seeing many, many more from you. So, when Bull did his video for the giveaway, he told a story with a secret in it that he never shared with somebody else. He had asked us to do a VR to enter the giveaway, basically sharing a story we've had containing a secret that we've never shared with anybody else, so we weren't too obviously embarrassed to tell to the public, to you guys. So the story that I'm going to tell goes back to when I was around maybe 16 or 17 years old. I definitely was in high school. Don't recall which year of high school. That was quite a while ago. I grew up in Toledo, Ohio, which is like 45 minutes downriver from Detroit, Michigan. Quite a large city, at least it was when I was growing up. And a suburb of Toledo is Sylvania, Ohio. At the time, it was a small city, but it's grown quite a bit since I was a kid. But in this small city of Sylvania was a private Catholic college called Lourdes College. It's a art and nursing college. I believe it's co-ed now, but when I was a kid, it was a women's only college. It was affiliated with the big church across the road, St. Joseph's, St. Joe's. And a part of the college, they had a convent, so basically a nunnery where women went, young women went to, basically become nuns. Well, this school sat on quite a bit of acreage that was just beautiful. It had, creeks and a bunch of trees and hills. And just some great scenery to check out and explore. But the whole entirety of the campus was surrounded by a wrought iron fence with big metal spikes on top. Well, back when I was in high school, me and a lot of the kids that I hung out with were pot smokers. And we had one afternoon during the summer snuck into the Lourdes College campus and went down this big hill surrounded all by trees nobody could really see. And we decided we were going to share a joint while we were there. So here we are, you know, teenagers. There's 4 of us, me and 3 friends, all of us guys. We hopped the fence, got in, walked about, I don't know, half to 3/4 of a mile, found a spot that we liked. Proceeded to pass the joint around, and as we're passing it, we hear from the top of the hill, "Hey, what are you kids doing down there?" We look up, and what do we see? Are 2 nuns in training and an actual full sister, so an actual nun. And they are decked out in complete nun gear, so the whole nun garb, the black long dress that they wear, the white thing, the habit on their head, the habit. One of my friends yelled something. I don't even remember what he yelled. And one of the nuns yelled back, and after that, they started coming down the hill at a pretty good pace. And, you know, the more they're going down the hill, the faster we're moving. So what do? Of course, we take off running. We take off running for the fence so we can get over it and back to the car, which I believe was parked across the street at St. Joe's. So we're running and running. Nuns are behind us, but, you know, maybe 100 yards behind us, and they're not gaining on us at all. Obviously, we're young kids, pretty good shape. And we're running for the fence, and just before you get to the fence, maybe 30 yards before the fence, is a small creek. Maybe 4 to 5 feet wide, not super distant, but definitely a distance that you need to have a running start to actually make the jump across the creek to get to the fence. So we're running, all 4 of us, no problem. We hopped the creek. We had done it plenty of times. Now we're like 30 yards from the fence, and as we're running for the fence, we're also, you know, we're looking back at these nuns, and they're coming up on the creek. And sure enough, one of them tries to jump it. She does not make it. Ends up hitting the edge on the other side, but not far enough in, and fell backwards into the creek. Soaking wet. The other couple of nuns stopped to check on her. She's holding her ankle. At this point, we're on the other side of the fence. So we were watching this now from the other side of the fence. We stood there for just a couple of seconds trying to process everything, and then made a beeline across the street to the car. So once we get to the car, of course, we're 4 guys, and we're laughing about it, and, you know, what a funny story, we're going to tell all our friends, blah, 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 etc. But that was not my initial reaction to what happened. My initial reaction to the nun falling in the creek, hurting her ankle, getting all wet, was that we had just bought ourselves a one-way ticket to hell. And I never shared that thought with any of my friends. Once they started laughing about it, and I knew that they didn't seem to care, of course I wasn't at that point going to be like, oh, you know, we're going to go to hell, this or that. So I joined right in, you know, the whole peer pressure thing, laughing about it, joking about it. The whole ride home, we told the story several times over the next couple weeks, you know, each time laughing it off. But I felt quite a bit of remorse, and more so fear, that God was basically going to condemn me to hell. For putting the nun in the creek, basically. Now, years later, my views on that have changed. Do I still think I'm going to go to hell over it? No. Do I still feel bad about what happened? Definitely. I definitely do. I definitely still feel remorse, and I feel sorry for that nun. I hope more than anything that she didn't get hurt bad, that she was able to get back to the nunnery okay, and no broken bones or sprains or anything like that. And if there was any way that I could ever to this day get a hold of her, actually find out who it was, I would be the first one to apologize to her and sincerely mean it. But I never shared with any of my friends, not even years later, anybody that I know, about how actually bad and scared that I felt after the fact that she had fallen in the water and hurt herself, and how scared I was that I was going to end up in hell for it. So that is my story with a secret in it that I've never shared with anybody else. Hope you enjoyed the story, at least got a good lesson from it or whatever. I want to say to you, Bull, man, personally, congratulations. You know, you got a great channel, man. Keep the great videos coming. He's doing an awesome giveaway, giving away a couple pipes, a Marcus, and then a Mr. Brog Parawood. So I definitely wanted to make sure that I got in on the VR before the deadline, which is like 2 days from now, August 2nd. Today's the 31st. So I'm going to go ahead and get this video uploaded and then pretty much go right to bed because I got to be up. I got to be to work at 2 in the morning tomorrow, which means that I'll be up probably right around 1. Okay, and it's going on 4:30 now. I'd like to be in bed, by 5:30 and hopefully asleep by, 6 or 7. So thanks for listening to my story, YouTube, and as always, keep on piping.